Good evening, everyone, and welcome to
Plainfield Quakers.
Martinsville High School. For
00 junior,
Martinsville,
Sydney Miller.
Lady Artesian Soccer
Number
here
4
on
senior,
WREP
Danielle Simmons.
15 Sports and
Number
the
5
MHS
senior,
Rewind
Danielle
YouTube
Clark.
channel. Glad we can
Number
bring
7
it to you
senior,
here
Abel.
this
Number
evening for
12,
senior night. They
senior
already had the
Jason
senior night
Thomas.
festivities. You
Number 15,
didn't miss
junior,
them. We will have them
Liza
for
Peterson.
you
Number 18,
at
senior,
halftime,
Anna
so stay
Festerson.
tuned at halftime, and you
Number
will be able to see
22,
the
junior, Harper
senior
Gray.
night festivities, a mid-state
Number
conference
23,
matchup between the
senior,
1-0
Whitney
Plainfield Quakers
Number
and the
29,
1-2
sophomore,
Martinsville
Mary
Artesians.
Rivers.
Martinsville coming up with a big
And now
win
starting lineup for
this
the
week
Lady
over
Quakers,
Bloomington
number
North
38,
2-1.
sophomore,
Morgan Schrock, a couple of
Katie
goals
Schmidt.
in the first 10 minutes of the game,
Coach
leading
for
away
Quakers,
for the
Alex
Lady
Law.
Artesians.
Now, Artesian fans on your feet, put your hands together for your Lady Artesian girls soccer team. In the goal for the Artesians, senior member number 1, Dakota Meadows. Number 6, junior Sophia DeMoss. Freshman number 8, Ashlyn Crow. Number 12, junior Morgan Schrock. Number 13, junior Charlotte Mason. Number 14, senior Delaney Pueblo. Number 16, senior Brittany Dawson. Number 18, sophomore Annie Beers. Number 19, freshman Maddie Mosgrip. Number 22, junior Rory Dilbone. And to round out the starting lineup for your Artesians, a freshman, number 24, Maya Shoemaker. Coach for your Artesians, Mia Moody. As a reminder, we'd like to remind you that good sportsmanship is a characteristic that we desired to be exhibited by the members of our athletic teams. We take a proactive stance and encourage good sportsmanship to grow and remain strong for many years to come. We encourage our teams, players, coaches, and fans to be a good sport during tonight's contest. Please be proud of your team, coaches, and school while being positive in your support. Please do your part to be a good sport.
We are set to go now here at Martinsville High School. This is the second of 4 straight senior night events, senior week here at Martinsville High School. We'll set the lineups. Martinsville with Dakota Meadows, Sophia DeMoss, Ashlyn Crow, Morgan Schrock, Charlotte Mason, Delaney Pueblo, Brittany Dawson, Annie Beers, Maddie Mosgrip, Rory Dilbone, and Maya Shoemaker for head coach Mia Moody. The Plainfield Quakers, 1-0, a 7-0 win in their opener over the Whiteland Warriors. They were supposed to play against the Westfield Shamrocks, but that game was canceled. Quakers trying to score early on, a big collision, and then Martinsville, I think, will clear it out here. Martinsville, like we said, the big win this week over Bloomington North. 2-1 the final. A couple of goals by Morgan Schrock in the opening minutes, leading to the victory. So we'll see what the Quakers do here in this Mid-State Conference matchup tomorrow night. Back here at Martinsville High School for the boys matchup against the Quakers. 6 o'clock start in that one. Again, if you're just joining us for the first time, for soccer up on top of the press box and kind of close to the field, so you'll see the fence in there occasionally when they come here to the near side line, but trying to do our best to bring you all the coverage that we can. Dylan Roden, Cole Meyer on the cameras here this evening. The RTV kids at Martinsville High School stepping up and doing the live streams, being allowed on campus to do that. Mask up, social distancing. Trying to do our part to keep everyone safe, and have been a busy first couple of weeks for our program covering the live stream events here, and appreciate the kids stepping up to do that. The Quakers with the ball. Set Plainfield's lineup here in just a minute. Sydney Miller, Danielle Simmons, Camille Clark, Grace Abel, Peyton Thomas, Lisa Peterson, Anna Chesterton, Harper Ring, Whitney Warner, Mary Reynolds, and Kate Semick. Dakota Meadows kicking for the Artesians. Like we said, it is senior night. 7 seniors honored prior to the match, and we will have that senior night festivity for you at halftime. So stay tuned here if you haven't seen it. If you're just plopping around, you're here at the game and kind of see what the live stream has, and you want to see senior night again, then tune in at halftime. Like we said, tomorrow night we will have boys soccer. It's a 6 o'clock start because of no JV game. And kind of got a break last week with the weather. Really nice weather for the opening week of school. But this week, a little hot. It's a little warm. So I know in the JV contest that they took some water breaks, and guess we'll probably have the same here in the varsity. So if that happens, that's what you'll see probably take place. So ball played ahead to the Quakers, up the right side now, centered into the box, trying the header, can't get to it, but the outside will get a good kick at it, can't get it to go. So kind of Plainfield week here in Mid-State Conference play, at least in soccer and volleyball. The girls volleyball team from Martinsville, a huge win last night at home against a good Plainfield, unbeaten Plainfield Ball Club. We had that for you live on WRAP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, also streaming live on IHSAA TV, and a thoroughly enjoyable match for head coach Caleb Ack, as I hadn't had a chance to call a volleyball game in quite some time, and was fun to get back into the John R. Wooden Gym, the almost completely newly renovated John R. Wooden Gym. They're still working to get the bleachers done, but it already looks really, really nice and will look outstanding once they finish it up here, I think, in a couple of weeks. Quakers kind of pushing their attack forward. Martinsville has kept some players back. Dakota Meadows up with it. Meadows with a nice boot. Quakers will run it down and play it back to their goalkeeper. Will have to play it to the defender out there on the left side, and they'll keep it alive now. Plainfield will. And they'll come back on the attack here. Kind of a late start. The high school, like we said, the JV game went long. And then the senior night festivities. Quakers into the box. Nice opportunity here, but Martinsville does a nice job getting back and marking the defender. Maya Shoemaker, the freshman, kind of escorts marking the defender, marking the offensive attacker that time as the Quakers tried to score. I guess Liza Peterson. And Martinsville able to keep her away from it. Quakers with the throw in. Trying to go to the middle. They have it now. Attack in the middle. Nice one touch and the goal by Plainfield. Well, it was just a nice touch that time by Plainfield on as they score. Anna Chesterton on that touch. Gets it to go, and take a look here at the goal from the Quakers. Nice flick on with the left foot that time by Peterson, and then Chesterton puts it in the back of the net. Plainfield out in front, 1-0. Quakers 7-0 winners over Whiteland in their opener. Martinsville falling to Bloomington South, a really good South team. They're up to 7th in the state in their opener, and then lost to Mooresville in a close game. It was 2-2 for Mooresville scores 2 goals late. And the Artesians able to get the win a couple nights ago down at Bloomington over North. That Bloomington South team got the win in the opener. Their new head coach, and like I said, they're up to 7th in the state. Got a hat trick out of Major Sack for them, and she has 3 hat tricks on the season already for Bloomington South. So very good Bloomington South club. Plainfield trying the corner kick. They lead at 1-0 already on the goal by Chesterton. Into the air, Dakota Meadows on it. She'll boot it away. Artesians trying to get an attack, but thus far it's really been Plainfield keeping it alive in their half of the field. A couple of Quakers get tied up there and kick the ball at the same time, going different directions, but it stays right there in the middle. Quakers get another settle there in the middle of the Artesian field and taken away that time by Mason, trying to go up ahead, but the Quakers there keep control of it, and then now right back on the attack as Plainfield has been on the attack the majority of this first half of play. Martinsville struggling to get the ball on their half of the pitch, and here comes Plainfield once again. Trying to go ahead, can't get it done, but they will maintain possession of it. The Quakers now moving it all the way over here to the left side. Marked nicely by the Artesians, but Plainfield in the middle, keeping it alive. Flips on into the penalty area. The Artesians able to collapse and get it out of there. Brittany Dawson doing a nice job, but Plainfield right back at it on the attack. They go up to the right side this time. Quakers center it into the penalty area. Dakota Meadows, though, right there to corral it. Tomorrow night, Martinsville's boys back in action against Plainfield. 6 o'clock varsity start. Senior night as well, and we'll have that senior night at halftime, just like we're going to do tonight. So the senior night festivities for these 7 Artesian seniors will replay that at halftime.
I don't know if he's doing halftime or beginning before the game.
Got a sub coming in. Bad switch there by me, but sub in. Ariana Edwards into the lineup for the Quakers. So tomorrow night, senior night, and it'll take place here at the field after the JV game. We will have it back for you on our live stream at halftime. Enough time at halftime that we can stream it then. Mason up ahead. Pablo trying to get it on the Artesian half and still can't. Plainfield keeps it alive on their half on the offensive side again. Pablo, though, runs it down, and Delaney had a fantastic second half against Mooresville the other night and really helped kind of lead the team back into it. Nice individual effort to equalize the score there about midway through the second half before the Pioneers tacked on a couple of late scores to win it. Again, the Quakers on the attack. Liza Peterson in there quite a bit for Plainfield, making things happen. And I think we're going to get a penalty just outside the penalty area. So Peterson will get a shot at it. Just outside the penalty area. So good chance here for Plainfield to get something here on the set piece. The Plainfield coach yelled out near, and right as he did that, one of the Artesian defenders slid over to the near side post. So she probably saw it on her own that the post was open and didn't need any help. But as a result, kind of reminded the Martinsville defender to come over to the near post and maybe make sure you're there to make sure the ball does go in. But anyway, Peterson's attempt sailed high. She's got it, though, again. Keep it up in the middle. Martinsville trying to clear it. Pablo trying to go ahead, and as Martinsville trying to get something to go on the offensive side. They have not. Plainfield just dominated play here in their offensive half. We get a sub into the lineup for Plainfield. Chloe George. It is quite warm here today. Hopefully that heat will subside here in the next couple of days, but doesn't look like it. So it looks like we're going to have a hot Friday night for football as long as the rain holds off. Probably be okay. We'll have that for you as well, Martinsville and Bloomington South. That's a senior night where they'll honor cross country and cheerleaders and band as well. So we'll come on the air at 6:30 for that one. Again, touched by the Artesians, but not really any attack. Sydney Miller up with it, the junior, rolls it out to restart the attack for the Quakers. But we'll come on at 6:30. Eric Burns on the call for that one. Martinsville and Bloomington South. We'll get that link out to you when we get an opportunity. But otherwise, just expect it to be on the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Just go there, search it, subscribe to us. Get us over that 1,000 subscriber point. Maybe YouTube will start giving us some cash money. And then also on the IHSA Champions Network, IHSA TV, that app, that's really nice. If you're staying at home or even if you're watching it on YouTube, that's why we like doing it there instead of streaming to Facebook, is because, quite simply, you've got some families. I know you've got some businesses around here, some restaurants that'll put it up on their big screen and play it, and that's perfectly all right. maybe get some advertising or free food out of it. But we love the support and to get a chance to see Artesian athletics and be safe in the same token. But that's why we like to have it on the YouTube or the IHSA TV. They've got an app you can get to on your over-the-top streaming services, what they call them, like the Roku and Apple TV and Amazon as well. So you can watch us in those ways also. You notice we're still keeping it free to view. So if you go on an IHSA TV app, you're going to see a lot of schools have it on pay-per-view. And Heath Shanahan, who's the executive director of broadcast operations at the IHSA. This is a nice little give and go by Plainfield. Martinsville, though, trying to defend and get back, but he sent out a email this week to people, the Champions affiliates, talking about the viewership and how well it was. But just to give you an idea, he didn't release names, but there was one broadcast that generated $6,000 in pay-per-view revenue. So that shot off the goalpost won't go in. Martinsville trying to clear it, can't come up with it. Still Dakota Meadows trying to track it down, and the ball just goes wide. So Dakota really busy trying to keep that ball out of the goal, and they do. Plainfield probably kicking themselves because they had a couple of opportunities. Liza Peterson couldn't get it to go in, but Quakers still leading 1-0, and Martinsville still just down 1-0, and Plainfield has absolutely dominated the offensive half of it. There has probably been less than a minute of Martinsville play in their offensive half. But all it takes is just a few seconds, get a run out, breakaway, and you can score. And Plainfield, kind of getting comfortable. You can see them creeping up defensive-wise. And Martinsville playing that defensive game and see if Dakota can get her leg into one and maybe somebody from Martinsville can run under it. Pablo separated from the ball on the attack from behind that time by Edwards, and Martinsville will have it, and an opportunity here on the reset to get something going. But the Quakers take it right back. And a 2-on-4. And Peterson up with it, goes to the right side. They'll try to get something. I thought they were going to try to get something into the penalty area in the middle. Across that time, but no, it was a shot by Chloe George, and it goes wide. Martinsville sub into it. Morgan Schrock back into the lineup. We talked about that on the open of the broadcast. Morgan, a couple of goals early for Martinsville against Bloomington North on Monday night, and Martinsville makes them stand up. Dakota Meadows doing a great job in goal. This was the entire Artesian defense, and it's a 2-1 Artesian win against Bloomington North. Artesians. Again, the attack a little bit limited by Martinsville. Here come the Quakers again. Back up the middle. Turn and go. Pablo comes back. Steals it away, but the Quakers get it right back. Be a foul on Plainfield. Pablo up ahead. The Quakers, though, have it. Liza Osler trying to run it down from behind. Plainfield taking a swing at it with the left foot. Can't get it to go, and extremely warm out here, and you're seeing a couple of artesians really kind of trying to get their breath out there. I thought maybe we would get some water breaks, but not the case. The sun's starting to go down a little bit. Lights on here at Martinsville High School. Into the box for the Quakers. Nice shot that time by Plainfield. Liza Peterson there with the shot, but Dakota Meadows there to corral it. She's been busy. We've done 3 soccer matches and have said her name quite often. Peterson, nice footwork there. Gets it loose. Back just outside the box, shot blocked by the Artesians. Meadows then trying to keep it alive, pushes it away from the goal. And that'll go out of bounds. Plainfield will have the throw in. Comes Delaney Pueblo up ahead to Morgan Schrock. Osler can't come up with it, and the Quakers will come right back. So again, the Artesian attack short-lived, and Plainfield right back at it. Klaczynski in. Liza Peterson gets it through. Klaczynski, the left foot, and then it's finished in nicely by Plainfield. Peyton Thomas following through, running to the goal. Gets it to go. And here we go. Klaczynski, shot on goal. Thomas right there, puts it in. And Plainfield, 2-0 leaders. Here comes Plainfield again. Peterson up ahead. Camille Clark coming up from her defender's position. We saw Plainfield pushing up ahead a little bit more, but that shot right at Dakota Meadows. So Dakota comes up with it. Boys back in action here tomorrow night. They'll battle Plainfield as well. It's like Plainfield week. And it's Liza Peterson. Tries to go through the Artesian defender's legs, but kicks it out of bounds, does Martinsville. Martinsville, like we said, has really struggled to keep it in their half of the field offensively. Plainfield's done a great job and have controlled the attack for the majority of this first half of play. Played like 25 and a half minutes, and Martinsville's probably had it in their half on the offensive side about a minute. Dakota Meadows comes out of goal, but can't make the stop, and the Quakers score once again. Ariana Edwards right there to pick up the missed shot, and we'll get it here. Take another look at it. So here you go on the right side. Hard shot into the penalty area. Meadows had to come out because there was a Quaker right there to put the rebound in, and then Edwards right there to clean it up.
Where is all the red is what I'm wondering.
So Plainfield up 3-0. And looks like we have a card coming up for the Artesians. For each team, I believe. So the Artesian send player off. Have to be off for a little while, and then it'll be back in. So I have an Artesian come in. And Plainfield just dominating possession here in the first half of play. They're up 3-0, and again, they're back on the attack. Nice through ball. The attack. Meadows saves it. Quakers right there. The Artesians able to clear it momentarily. Plainfield get another shot at it. Meadows, another nice save. Plainfield still there, and man, that was a nice shot on goal. I'm not even sure who got that, honestly. Number 4, I believe, Danielle Simmons. And we'll take a look at that here in just a second. Lots of stuff going on there. It started with a nice save by Dakota Meadows, but the shot by Simmons hits the top of the crossbar and goes in. And that was a nice shot by her. Plainfield up 4-0. And Quakers coming again. Meadows having to hurry, able to outrun Isabel Klaczynski that time. We'll have the senior night festivities here at half between Martinsville and Plainfield. 7 seniors honored prior to the match. Quakers won their opener, 7-0 over Whiteland out in front here of Martinsville, 4-0. Martinsville fell to Bloomington South in their opener, fell 4-2 to Mooresville in their second match of the year when it's a 2-2 game. Midway through the second half of play, before Mooresville scored a couple of goals late to pull away and win. Then the Artesians got the win on Monday night over Bloomington North, 2-1. Artesians will send it into play. Sophia DeMoss goes out of bounds, so Plainfield gets it right back. Quakers again on the throw-in. Plainfield still keeping it alive. A little give and go action here. Set up kind of a triangle. Quakers trying to turn with it and get it up the right side. Thomas trying to get it into the penalty area. Does. Quakers left-footed attempt at it. And Dakota Meadows right there. Kicks it away. Reuter trying to come up with it now. Eliza Osler. And again, the Quakers don't let it spend too much time in their defensive half. Back up on the offense. Now maybe a chance for the Artesians, but Plainfield right there to kind of get the touch on it. Martinsville still a little bit of possession, but taken right back by Plainfield, and they try to turn it right back into some offense. Thomas trying to run onto it. Can't. So the Artesians will throw it in. Nice through ball that time by the Quakers. Nice save, though, by Meadows, and then cleared out of there by the Artesians. Maddie Moscrip kicking it out. Hannah Reuter for the Artesians. Getting the attack by the Quakers from outside the penalty area, and again Dakota Meadows there. Tons of saves by Dakota, and you can see he's getting a little exhausted here, trailing 4-0. Quakers able to settle it, keep it alive, and they're right back on the attack. Edwards goes all the way across the field to Sarah Buckner. Plainfield trying to service into the penalty area. Nice header that time by Edwards, but it goes just a little bit wide, and Martinsville with a goal kick. More subs. A nice cross that time by Chloe George. But Edwards got her head on it, but just goes wide to the left of the post. Dakota Meadows up ahead. Quakers back with it. We said they have dominated offensive play here in the first half. Martinsville really struggled to have anything offensively. And Plainfield right back at it again. The defense that time by the Artesians. Sophia DeMoss out there preventing the cross. Artesians trying to clear it. Quakers keep it alive. Pueblo just kicks it over the end line, and it'll be a goal kick for Plainfield. Delaney, one of the 7 seniors honored here prior to the game, and will have those senior night festivities at the half. Corner kick by Plainfield. Meadows out of goal. Martinsville trying to get some defenders on the goal line. Meadows, big mess there in front, and it'll go wide. Nobody could clear it. Mess of Artesian defenders. Couple of Quaker offensive players. Meadows flying all over the place. Patterson had Edwards, had a shot at it, but couldn't get it to go. And then all of that results in no goal, but a corner kick for Plainfield. Quakers still keeping possession of it. Shot from outside the penalty area will sail high over the top back of the goal. Again, Plainfield on the attack. Speed by the Quakers. They'll settle it to cross into the penalty area. Edwards trying to keep possession of it. Settles kind of got hit from behind by DeMoss. Artesian's trying to clear it out, and then collision over there on the right side by the Quakers. Chloe George. Artesians get tangled up as well, and Ashlyn Crow was over there, but the Quakers maintain possession. Martinsville maintaining it briefly on the offensive side, but taken right back by Plainfield. George has it taken away by DeMoss. The Artesian offensive possession short-lived. Plainfield trying to change field position all the way over here to the left side. Hannah Reuter nearly able to get in and get a steal. It maybe would have led to a little bit of a breakaway, but nothing doing there. Quakers a little give and go action. Goes off Pablo's leg. Osler with it. Taken away by Plainfield. Plainfield trying to center it in the middle.
Remaining.
Get a nice touch over to the left side. See if they'll be able to cross it into the box. They do. Quakers settle the shot, though, right at Dakota Meadows. Daniel Simmons. Good look at it. Good Edwards with it. Up ahead, and Plainfield on the offensive side, the center of field, trying to get another shot. Martinsville's defense scrambling to try to keep the ball out of the penalty area.
No. Sit in.
Quakers will get another crack at it here late in the first half of play. Martinsville trying to clear it. Plainfield still pushing ahead on the attack. They've been doing this the entire night. The whole first half dominated offensively by Plainfield. And Dakota Meadows will just let the ball go out of bounds, and she's probably not going to be in any hurry to make anything happen.
10,
but it looks like it was
9, 8,
corner kick for the
7,
Quakers. They're trying
6,
to hurry to get
5,
one final
4,
attack
3,
going.
2, 1.
And that will end half number 1. We will take a quick break and then come back with the senior night festivities. You're watching Martinsville Girls Soccer, WREP 15 Sports, in the MHS Rewind YouTube channel.
13,000 feet has a way of testing a man's soul. After all, you were never meant to take on such an endeavor. That long drop is what separates human from superhuman. And here we are, right here, right now.
You're good at motivation, we're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
When you hit that water, you're gonna want to look for weeds, sunken structures, down trees, stuff like that. And let that breeze tell you where you want to go. Windy days like this, those bait fish will come swimming closer to shore. They'll bring the big boys with them, those bass and those pike. And they like cooler temperatures, so you ain't likely to have much luck.
You're good at giving fishing advice. We're good at your insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Days have always been with live bait.
Back here at the half, 4-0 Plainfield leads it. Had senior night festivities prior to the contest here this evening, so let's go ahead and take a look back at those.
Would be earning 52 credits her junior year with a total of 67 altogether, working for her academic and technical honors diploma and getting her cosmetologist license. Her favorite memory of soccer is her keeper training with her favorite coach, Garrett. She plans to attend Vincennes University to finish an associate's degree in business and to continue on into nursing. She would like to thank her mom and dad for always supporting her decisions for the future, her grandparents for being in every single one of her games, and to her best friend Dakota for always being the rock on and off the field. Senior member Paige
I
Wells.
need you to zoom in on the next person. Well, actually, I'm going to go to you right now, Dylan.
Our next senior, number 1, goalkeeper Dakota Meadows. Dakota is being escorted by her parents, Heather and Willie Meadows. Dakota has been involved with soccer for 4 years, swimming and diving for 1 year, track for 3 years, GSA for 4, and has earned an academic technical honors degree. Her favorite memories of soccer includes training sessions with Garrett. She plans to be a soldier in the U.S. Army, and we appreciate your service ahead of time, Dakota. We'd like to thank her. She'd like to thank her parents, friends, coaches, teachers, and recruiters for everything. She wants to thank her lifelong sister, best friend, Paige, for staying by her side from the first grade till now, including every one of my other close friends for being there. I wouldn't be who or where I am now without family, friends, pushing me to strive for the moon. I love you guys. Senior member, Dakota Meadows. Our next senior, number 3, Kaylin Kennedy. Kaylin is being escorted by her parents, Tom and Heidi Kennedy. She's been able to participate in so many programs such as soccer and Spanish while maintaining a 4.2 GPA. One of her favorite memories of soccer is when the team had to sing the national anthem because the PA system broke at the Whiteland game. She plans to attend IU's Bloomington's nursing program in the future. She'd like to thank Heidi, Krista, Ashley, and Riley for always working her shifts so she can continue to play soccer. Also to Monroe for being her biggest cheerleader. Obviously to Mom and Dad for making her work so hard. And to David for all your encouragement, love, support, and even when I'm angry, sad, or hurt. I love you all. Senior member Kaylin Kennedy. Our next senior, number 14, Delaney Pablo. Parents, Kurt and Judy Pablo. Her high school accomplishments include maintaining straight A's and being a starter for the soccer team for 4 years. She loves the crazy bus rides and finding my pet dinosaur Robbie while volunteering at the state fair. RIP Robbie, August 18th to November 2018. Her post-high school plans, she plans to attend the University of Indianapolis, majoring in exercise science, pursue a career in physical therapy. She'd also like to thank her parents who have been to every single one of her games since playing as a kindergartner. Put your hands together for number 14, senior member Delaney Pablo. Our next senior, number 15, Cammie Whitaker. She's being escorted by her parents, Amy and Tim Whitaker. Some of her high school accomplishments: 3-year member of the girls soccer team, 3-year member of the wrestling team, 2-year member of the track team. Some of her favorite memories of soccer is just having fun on the bus trips. Post-high school plans include pursuing education and nursing and spend more quality time with her cat. She'd like to thank her parents. Mom and Dad, appreciate all that you do. Senior member, number 15, Cammie Whitaker. Next, we'd like to introduce senior member number 16, Brittany Dawson, and number 21, Brooklyn Thomas. Brittany's being escorted by her aunt and uncle, Christina and Brian Thomas. Her high school accomplishments include soccer for 4 years and cheer for 4 years. She loves the bus rides, plans to attend college and go into the dentistry field. She'd like to thank her aunt and uncle who have supported her throughout each season. Put your hands together for number 16, Brittany Dawson. Now let's direct our attention to number 21, Brooklyn Thomas. Being escorted by dad and stepmom Brian and Christina Thomas and mom Gretchen Pettis. She's been a member of the soccer team for 4 years. One of her favorite memories is getting a concussion during her freshman year and jogging to the inside scoop with Coach Marion with the whole team running over there. Her post-high school plans include attending college for pediatric care. She'd like to thank Susie and Robert Burgess for pushing her to do her best and being the best coaches since the 2nd grade. Martinsville High School and Martinsville High School Athletics would like to congratulate these senior soccer players and their parents for all the time, effort, and dedication it takes to be an athlete. We wish you nothing but the best as you move forward in your career and life. Put your hands together for our 2020-21 version of Lady Artesian Senior Soccer members.
Well, the senior night festivities were at halftime, about 2.5 minutes left in the half. Plainfield up 4-0. Quakers going to look at their goals here. Early on, a little give and go. Nice one touch right back that time to Anna Chesterton, and she puts it into the back of the net for the first Plainfield goal of the evening. And then a little bit later, ball kind of squirts through, and then running on that time on the right side was Peyton Thomas to knock it home. Goal number 2. Goal number 3 for Plainfield. On the right side, Sarah Buckner into the penalty area, and it was Ariana Edwards who put in the rebound as Dakota Meadows had to come off the line to try to knock it in. And then late, nice goal by the Quakers here. Again, Meadows making a save, but it's a nice left-footed flick on that time by Danielle Simmons. Catches the top of the goal post and falls down right behind the goal line for the score. We've got about a minute before we go. We'll take.
Sportsmanship doesn't happen just on the court or on the field or on the mat. It doesn't happen only in the pool or on the green or the track. It also happens in the stands, on the sidelines, on the web, and at home. That's because sportsmanship is everyone's responsibility. We remind you to practice good sportsmanship at all high school sporting events. Treat athletes and officials with respect during competition and especially in social media. And support your team's coaching staff. Remember, sportsmanship has a face. Yours. A message from your high school and the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
And we are about ready to go here. Second half of play. Plainfield will have it. The official, Ivan Herbert, getting things set on his watch. And we'll get set to go here. He blows his whistle to start it, and the Quakers are underway. Let's see how the Quakers approach here the second half. Martinsville spent probably a minute on the attack in the first half of play. We'll see if maybe they're trying to push up a little bit farther ahead. So right now you're down 4-0, so you've got to do something to try to get some goals back. And you may see this lead blossom a little bit more, but you're going to have to be able to score to be able to get back into it. Plainfield still having it. Shot off the top of the goalpost and off the crossbar, but pretty much the same story that's happened in the first half happening here in the second half. Lots of offensive possession by Plainfield. Tomorrow night, boys back in action. Plainfield, the opponent. We said it's kind of Plainfield week. Meadows, nice save. Quakers trying to get the rebound. The Artesians trying to clear. Dakota Meadows looking thoroughly exhausted. She's had a lot of work. Morgan Schrock trying to get possession of it. She does. Nice touch onto Delaney Pueblo, but taken away by Plainfield. Like I said, Martinsville has mounted no serious threat at all offensively here tonight. It's really been a dominated offensive performance by Plainfield. And, you know, Dakota Meadows has done a nice job in goal just to allow the 4 goals. I'm not keeping track of shots by Plainfield, but they have several. Teason's trying to get a run on. So we have, like we said, the boys play tomorrow night here, 6 o'clock, the start in Mid-State Conference action soccer play. Be a good Plainfield boys team that'll come to town, so Martinsville will have their hands full in that one. And then senior night get underway here prior to the, I said after the JV game. There is no JV game. I think I said that earlier, but it'll be prior to the varsity contest, prior to probably them warming up. And then we'll have that back for you at halftime. Friday night, we will be back here for football action, the home opener. Martinsville 1-0 on the campaign after the win over Bedford North Lawrence. And that game slated to kick off at 7 against their rivals, Bloomington South. But the senior night festivities will start about 6:30. That's with the football players, the cheerleaders, cross country, and band. So we'll have that for you, and then we'll turn it over to Eric Burns, who will do some filling, if you will, to preview that matchup before we actually kick off about 7 o'clock. So we will go on the air live. We won't have enough time probably at halftime to get all those senior night festivities in. We're not sure we'll be able to, so we don't want to risk it really. So we will just go live with it, and Eric will be able to take care of that. It's a little bit easier for him to do that than me when I'm trying to direct as well. So should have a full crew, though, for Friday night for the football contest. everybody's starting to get back into swing of things at school. It's really been, appreciate the kids in my RTV program, the RTV2 kids, the ones that have done the opening and will do the opening 8 games of the season. And that's, for them, that is quadruple what we normally do. Because normally we cover football, and we cover football because we can get more kids involved in it to record it on the Friday night, and we don't want to overwork the kids and make them do too much too early. But with the way that the pandemic has come about and trying to keep everything safe, thought we'd try to lend a hand and help out. And glad to do it. The athletic department has been great to us over the years in helping us do what we need, so trying to return the favor to them, and glad we were able to cover those events, and a big thank you. So if you see some kids in the RTV classes, say thank you to them, because they've been doing a nice job covering these events, trying to bring them to you. And we greatly appreciate that. Been given special permission by our COVID director. I know there's another name for Audrey Jackson, but she's done a great job at all the stuff that she has, but I think we'll just call her the COVID director. And she's had to put a lot of things in place for the what-ifs. And so those things are in place where things will happen, and hopefully nothing does as the kids start to come back to the school. Half the kids will be back starting next week. So we'll try to navigate that at the high school level with the red and blue days and the cohorts A and B on yellow. So lots of colors. But we know that Kaylee Houchin has it all under control. She's up here doing a great job as always. So I will ask her if we have any issues with what we're supposed to be doing that day, as we were still trying to figure it out today in our department. That shot off the top of the crossbar that time, and Martinsville's Pablo clearing it out. But you can see, Plainfield's really pushed the tack ahead. At least in the first half, their defenders, kind of hugged the mid-line, but they aren't now, and the goalie has come all the way out of the goalie area. So it'd be nice if maybe Schrock can get a steal and a run out, maybe get a goal. And I'm not sure, I don't believe offside's in play here since they're over the midfield line here. I'm not sure, though. That shot in. Nicely done by Plainfield from way outside the box, just on top of and over the outstretched hand of Dakota Meadows. Harper Ring with the score, and let's see if I got that here. We do. And nice job by my son Cole on the camera work here. It's outside the box. In just over Dakota Meadows' hand. And then Cole quickly doing what we tell him to do, go get the reacts or the hero shot of the person who made the goal, and that's exactly what he did, and that's what you see on the replay. So nice job to him. Dylan Roden also doing a fine job on the high mid-game camera here this evening. So glad we can bring this to you. Last night had a good volleyball match, Martinsville and Plainfield. Cameraman Cole Willingham. Peyton Smith did a good job in that one. Martinsville trying to get Schrock, trying to run on, but not very much energy there. Quakers clear it pretty easy. But that was a fun volleyball match last night. Coach Calebach's team doing a nice job. Mackenzie Martin, 19 kills to lead the way, but it was truly a team effort. Molly Urban doing a great job. Serve, receive, several digs, and then also a lot of times she had to be called upon to do some bump sets, really from the back row from her libero spot. But Grace Reynolds doing a fine job, too, assist-wise. I think she had 30-plus assists last night, too, in the Artesians' win. Oh, I got the stats late last night. So many things just kind of run together. A 5-0 Quaker lead. Had 35 assists last night for Grace and 22 digs. Molly Irvin with 20 digs, and like we said, because Grace got so many of the digs at normal setter for the Artesians, it fell on Molly a lot of time to kind of doing some sets that you normally wouldn't see. And on the end of that was Mackenzie Martin a lot of time. Martinsville really goes to her a lot, and she did a great job getting a lot of those balls down last night. Ella Whitney also doing a fine job, but good atmosphere last night in the John R. Wooden Gymnasium. It's almost finished the renovation in there. That's going to look awesome with the new bleachers and everything. So glad we could bring that to you, and we'll have several more Artesian volleyball matches throughout the season. A good look there by Plainfield, and they knock home another goal. And again, it is Liza Peterson. She's been in on quite a bit here today. Take another look at it here. Slips the defender, gets it by another would-be tackle, puts it in the back of the net. 6-0 Plainfield leading it. Last night at the volleyball matches, Coach Back was leaving. She asked if from down on the floor if I enjoyed it. I said, absolutely. I'm back in if those matches are anything like they were last night. So if you listened to the broadcast last night, I spoke several times about what we used to cover, the television station, WREP, and I know some people forget, don't remember, don't realize that our school corporation owns a television station, a low-power television station that broadcasts over the air that, if you don't have cable or something, you put an antenna up, you can turn to channel 15.1 and pick us up. And that television station used to be owned by the Reporter Times prior to them donating it to the high school. And when that station first came back on the air in the mid-'90s, our first season broadcasting, we did a ton of Artesian athletics, just one camera, a couple of announcers. We had a kid from the school at the time, Zane Duckworth, and he came on and did a ton of games for us. And he was kind of involved in their TV program there that was just getting started, and so he did a nice job of coming in and help us out and ran cameras and such. But we covered so many events then, because obviously that was my job, just to cover the events at the Reporter, and those volleyball matches were fantastic. And it was the year Martinsville won state, the first year, 1996, for Carol Burns. It was the third straight year they'd made it to the state finals. They had runners-up the previous 2 years, and then finally got the state championship. Won another one in 2005. Sandy Gerard won it in the Class 4A. In the 96, it was the 1A, or not the 1A, but the single class, and it was when it was also side out scoring. So you weren't playing to 25, you were playing to 15. And I do remember Martinsville was quite dominant. It had 2 Division I players on the court and so many great athletes there as well. That girls' class was just fantastic and everything then that played in that era. But really, it was a great era for all Martinsville athletics, especially during that 96-97 season. But you had Heather Wright, now Heather Devon, who went to Florida. And then you also had Christy Prosser, now who went to Kentucky, I believe, and played. But also several other players. Courtney Cooper was out there. Leslie Deaton played. Natalie Roden, now Natalie Urban, played as well. And it was kind of cool because her daughter Molly was playing last night. But all sorts of subs now coming on to the field. But when we first started covering Martinsville in 96-97, the volleyball team won state that year, and we followed them. The girls' basketball team won state that year. The football team made it all the way to semi-state and were beaten by Ben Davis here at Martinsville High School. It was a fantastic team that had Mr. Football Israel Thompson on it. Eddie Tillotz had moved in and had a fullback and Nick Goins, and they just ran over people in the postseason. Beat some very, very good teams. Plainfield still keeping the offense alive here in the penalty area. Martinsville trying to clear it. Some contact, and let's see what happens here. I think they'll stay to Martinsville. Like we said, the football team, semi-state, and then the boys basketball team was very good that year as well. Only lost 5 or 6 games. Baseball just lost a couple. We didn't do a ton of softball because they didn't have a ton of games, and a lot of those games were over at West, so it was harder to cover. But that was a baseball team that made it all the way to semi-state again that year. As Coach Tutterow was right in the midst of his runs of semi-state trips. Josh Bain, who's now a teacher here in a corporation, was a huge part of that. And every time I see him, we kind of reminisce a little bit, more reminiscing for him, but I remember from a broadcaster standpoint how hot it was when they were in that semi-state that year. Nice shot from the outside, but an even better save by Dakota Meadows, diving to her right to keep the attack out of the net. That'll go wide. Man, Dakota, though, has had to work and work hard. And here's that shot again. Maybe you'll see just the end of it right there. She punches it away at the last second. So a nice job by Dakota to keep that out of the back of the net. Again, nice cam work by our crew here. Dylan Roden and Cole Meyer, my son. Dylan's dad, Rob, was on the call with me on many of those games early on in that 96-97 season, and he kind of had a double dose. He was not only broadcaster but fan because his sister Natalie was such a big contributor to that volleyball team as well as the basketball team that year. So both of them winning state. Lots of good memories as we started our coverage. There's the reporter, like we said, owned the television station at the time. And you know, we've been covering Artesian athletics since that time, since 1996. So that's, 24 years now that we're starting just now starting to live stream more. But our programs have been around for a while, covering them on WREP, and now more people able to see them with the live stream. Morgan Schrock trying to get open, get a run at it up the left side. Kind of a 1-on-5, but take it away. And the Quakers get it back into their half of the field. The boys soccer team will play tomorrow night here against Plainfield again. Third contest against the Quakers this week that we'll have here on WRAP 15 Sports, the MHS Rewind YouTube channel, also streaming live on the IHSA TV, the IHSA Champions Network. Boys kick off about 6 o'clock. That's when we'll be on the air. They'll have senior night prior to that, so get out here if you can and support the boys on senior night, and then we'll have the senior night back for you at halftime. And then Friday night, like we said, we'll go on the air 6:30 for the football contest, the home opener, as Martinsville battles Bloomington South. And new head coach Brian Duggar got his first win as a head coach on Friday at Bedford, and he'll try to get win number 2 and his first win in that Martinsville South rivalry on Friday night. That game's set to kick off at 7. We'll go on the air at 6:30 with senior night to get the senior festivities for football, cross country, cheerleaders, and band. And then Eric Burns will take over and get you all set and ready to go, prepped for the Martinsville-Bloomington South matchup. Now, we said it was Coach Duggar's first go-around with the Martinsville-Bloomington South rivalry, but not his first go-around with Bloomington South. South, part of Conference Indiana. Coach Duggar, the assistant coach and offensive coordinator for the last several years at Southport. So he should be pretty familiar with South, even though it is a new head coach, Gabe Johnson there. So we'll talk with Coach Duggar tomorrow on his show about that very topic. And, you know, several years ago when Carter Whitson took over and he got the first taste of the Martinsville-Bloomington South, you know, he was familiar with South a little bit because being down in Bloomington at IU and knowing Bloomington South, but hadn't really, played Bloomington South. But Coach Duggar a little bit more familiar, having prepared to battle South's defense the last several years as an assistant coach at Southport. So we'll see if that prep helps a little bit and what he has in store as his team will try to move to 2-0 on the campaign. So tune in and watch that game. If you can't make it out, stay at home if you're feeling ill or under the weather, and we've got you covered. Kids will do a nice job. We said we've got a full crew in effect for that football contest, and hopefully everything goes as planned. Ball goes wide. So still some time left, 6-0. So the Quakers back on the attack, leading 6-0. A service across into the penalty area, but Dakota Meadows again coming out of there. Again, looks worn out every time she comes off her line to get a save. She has been quite busy again here tonight. Martinsville 1-2 coming in. A flick on by Delaney Pueblo, and Martinsville trying to get an attack. Morgan Schrock trying to keep it alive. This is the first serious threat by Martinsville, but Plainfield right there to put an end to it. They'll kick it out of bounds. Martinsville will get a throw in there. Liza Osler. Pueblo trying to keep it alive. Quakers trying to take it away. It'll stay here. Throw in Martinsville. Get Osler to throw it in. But to take it away by Plainfield, and now Plainfield will mount an attack. Nice move by the Quakers. Shot from outside the penalty area, but right to Dakota Meadows. And she'll scoop it up, direct some traffic, and then send it on its way here momentarily. Annie Beers trying to run on, gets a nice touch, but the Quakers take it away. They go right back at it. Leading 6-0. They opened up their season 7-0 over Whiteland. Martinsville shut out in their first contest against South. Martinsville, a lot of traffic in front of the goal. And the Quakers punch it home. Abby Matthews gets it to go. Meadows kind of got caught up there. It couldn't clear it. All sorts of traffic. Let's take another look at it here. See the cross into the penalty area. Martinsville can't clear it. Meadows goes down. Plainfield able to control it. And right there to put it in, Abby Matthews. So Plainfield matching the 7 goals they had in the opener over Whiteland here tonight over Martinsville. See if Martinsville can maybe mount something of an attack here late. Schrock trying to get the flip on to Beers, but Plainfield gets it right back. Well, I think Martinsville will have possession of it here. Delaney Pueblo maybe to give it the kick. Delaney, a senior. Plainfield trying to settle it. A chest pass up ahead. Now the Quakers turn it right back into attack. Nice run up on the left side. In Plainfield, trying to make something happen here. Martinsville helping back. Osler gets a steal. Quakers with service area into the penalty area. Meadows loses it momentarily, but comes back up with it. Getting his possession both halves, just totally dominated by Plainfield in their offensive half. Martinsville, I don't think has had a shot. They haven't even gotten really anything close. And Plainfield has had tons of shots, and Dakota Meadows has done her best to try to keep it out of the goal, but has been under constant fire. And Martinsville's faced some good teams, some ranked teams early on. You know, Bloomington South came in ranked 20th. They're up to 7th now, and I think Plainfield was ranked in the top 20 at the latest poll. And be interesting to see those two clubs play. But Bloomington South was a very skilled team with some good players, good finishers for their coach David Prawl, who moved over from Bloomington North. And Martinsville got a win over North on Monday, 2-1. Morgan Schrock with a couple of goals in that one. And it was a good game Martinsville had last week against Mooresville, a week from then. We'll have a substitution. New goalie in. Out comes Dakota Meadows, a well-deserved rest. In comes Paige Wells, I believe, into the goal for the Artesians. So a senior getting some time here on senior night. So good to see that. Delaney Pueblo, the senior, trying to get it up ahead on the left side for Martinsville, trying to get an attack going, but Artesians maintaining some possession in their half of the field. I think they may get a throw in. They do, but Plainfield trying to clear it. Delaney's still there. Service into the penalty area, but Quaker's goalkeeper quickly off her line to pick it up, and then she'll go with the throw out. Up ahead. Martinsville coming ahead to touch it away. Playing it back, but the Quakers get the possession right back. But the Artesians playing Mooresville last Wednesday, and it was a 2-2 game late. Delaney Pueblo had a nice goal to tie it at 2, and then the Quakers, or excuse me, the Pioneers scored a couple of late goals to win it 4-2, and then Martinsville went on the road on Monday against Bloomington North, got a 2-1 win. But here tonight, Plainfield just too much offensively. Pueblo trying to go up ahead to Beers, but it's tipped away, and then now the Quakers have possession back. Pueblo still giving chase, but Plainfield maintains. Now they are on the attack. The shot will go wide. Emily Charlau there on the shot. Under 6 minutes to go. Paige Wells, the Artesian goalie, comes in. I think we'll get the kick here by Sophia DeMoss. In Plainfield on the attack. To the middle, trying to give and go. Nice stop. Pop on the shot, and the ball picked up by Wells. So good to see Paige get an opportunity to play here this evening. Senior night. 7 seniors honored prior to the game. Saw that at halftime. Up ahead, Schrock. Can Pueblo run onto it? Nope. Plays back to the goalkeeper. One of a few times she's had to do something here this evening, and executes it well. Liza Osler gets tied up there. It'll go to the Artesians. Come Plainfield again. Trying to get a run up the right side. They do. But always running on the attack. That left-footed shot goes way wide. More subs in here on senior night. Tomorrow night, back at it again. It'll be the boys soccer team battling Plainfield here. 6 o'clock start for us on the live stream. The senior night will be before that, so if you're coming to the contest, get here a little bit early so you can see that. We will have the senior night festivities at halftime, so if you tune in and tune in early thinking we're going to cover the senior night live, we aren't. It happens about 15-20 minutes before the match, so for us, just better to be able to tape it and then play it back at half. More people can enjoy it than trying to sit there and cover. Yesterday, we kind of got in that realm with the volleyball match, and I'm going to blame Kip for some bad information, but I should have known ahead of time. But I asked Kip about how long the senior night would take, and he said about 3 or 4 minutes, but then in between sets, it's about 3 minutes. So we wouldn't have had enough time to really play it in between the sets. So we elected to go on and go live, but didn't realize there was 2 15-minute warm-up periods for each team. So it took You had to listen to me for a while talk, and you probably got tired of it. But once the match started, it was a fantastic match, and if I could have just gotten out of the way, it would have been good. But they did a great job. Martinsville did, and Coach Kayla back to win. And then the Quakers get a shot there and a score on a rebound by Emily Charlau. Let's get another look at it here for Plainfield. Service into the penalty area. Martinsville can't quite. Nope, that was an old one. So my apologies there. Here it is. Or Plainfield again. If you're watching, nice move there at the top, the penalty area. The shot almost defended, but the rebound right there and pushed in by Plainfield. So a couple minutes left in this one. Plainfield up 8-0. Let's see if the Quakers still try to keep up the attack or if they're just going to try to dribble this one out. Looks like they're still trying to attack. Martinsville trying to clear it out of bounds. Well, soccer, a game when scoring a lot of times is at a premium. You don't get a lot of it, so when you get an opportunity, it's hard to tell the people to kind of, just run the clock out. So Plainfield pushing ahead with their attack. Lots of subs here as well for them. So those players in there don't get action all the time and taking the advantage of it and trying to get the most out of their playing time. Down to about a minute left in this one. Now, once the sun goes down, it's pretty nice. But if we could just get that heat to go away, it'd be nice. Nice move by the Quakers into the penalty area. They can't quite settle it, though, and Martinsville will try to run it down and clear it. Quakers, though, look like they're going to do one last attack in the final 30-some-odd seconds. Into the penalty area. Ball out. Martinsville will have the goal kick. Set it up as time is ticking away. Plainfield still with it. 10 seconds left.
8.
That's probably going to do it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And that ends it. The final here this evening, 8-0 Plainfield over the Martinsville Artesians. We'll be back on the air tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, boys soccer senior night against Plainfield as well. This has been a student production of WREP 15 Sports and the MHS Rewind YouTube channel. Students in the RTV program. MHS Rewind at Martinsville High School responsible for producing the game here this evening. Dylan Roden and Cole Meyer ran camera. For those students, I'm Eric Meyer. So long, everyone, from Martinsville High School. Plainfield gets a win here in Mid-State Conference play tonight. 8-0 the final.